What's up, y'all? So, as the title suggests, I just wanted to talk about a few things that just generically go into any pressing workout. And pressing to me meaning some sort of bench combined with some sort of overhead press. I'm really big on training general pressing strength if you're not a power lifter, just because it makes you more robust overall. It builds your joints and everything, all that jazz. Now, with your pressing workouts, there's a few things that go into that. So, just at a minimum, I like to say pump, capacity, hypertrophy, and then some sort of antagonist movement. Now, by pump, that's just something like you see here. So we like to do, with my guys anyway, I like to do some sort of dumbbell bench for like a ton of reps, coupled with seal rows. So those give you a really good contraction on all those prime movers and then their antagonist muscles as well. That gets you pumped. That gets the muscles ready to do what they're going to do. Now, capacity and hypertrophy go hand in hand. It's kind of a causal relationship, like one can't come without the other, or at least you shouldn't make an effort to separate the two. Now, capacity has to do with work capacity, your ability to just be able to tolerate your volume in your training, be able to escalate your volume to higher and higher levels so that you can get training adaptations. And then your hypertrophy work can either be accompanied with some sort of capacity, like I said, or it could just be a non-specific exercise. So in the context of this training session, we start off with something that is more performance-based in the capacity of being closer to a 1 rep max. So we're doing fives, heavy fives, about 83% or so. We move right into our antagonist pulling motion, which is the next component of a good pressing workout. You always want to work those antagonist muscles. I favor seal rows just because, in my opinion, chest-supported rows are a far better use of training economy than a barbell row, which recruits your lower back. If you're someone that trains your lower body heavily, a lot of times with your lower body training, the limited resource is your lower back recovery, quite honestly. So it's something that you want to spare as much as possible. The really cool thing with this is that Larson Press actually spares a lot of that recovery as well because you're not using leg drive. Really, right now, I'm using it since I'm in a calorie surplus. And Larson Press is just generically a better bodybuilding exercise than bench press, quite honestly, because you have to use just your upper body to move the weight. As you'll see in any videos that I make where I talk about the Larson Press, or Alex from Alpha Destiny's video, the one he just made about Larson Press, it's about a 7-10% reduction in loading overall. But the really cool thing is, since you're not using leg drive, you're pushing that weight purely with your upper body with no assistance from your legs. You can look at studies that shows that in the EMG data, you're using your prime movers more on a Larson Press. Now, like we said, with the chest-supported rows, I really like these for building muscle and strength in our antagonist movements. That really just allows you to stay safer, and more stable in your pressing workout. So if you could think of it like this, your back is your plate, and you want to have the biggest plate possible to put food on it. The food is the gains. You feel what I'm saying? So really putting a key focus on progressing that back work is going to make your pressing work just that much stronger. Now, in terms of other things that we feel in the training program, there are things like, non-specific qualities that contribute to your strength and hypertrophy, and we'll talk about that now. So with the shoulder press, specifically this non-back supported version, and even that football bar bench we were using, I'm really looking to train two things with those two exercises. Overhead presses are really key for guys that, and this is me being a douchebag, just doing a one-arm pull-up because I just wanted to, I felt like it. But anyway, the seated shoulder presses are really good for building that lockout strength, and that's specific for guys that bench with a close grip. Now, in terms of the football bar bench, the quality that we're training other than strength is that mid-range stability. When you're someone with longer arms like myself, the unstable factor of the foot bar makes it a lot harder rep for rep than someone with shorter arms. So for me and my longer range of motion, having more strength during that unstable mid phase it's just classically always carried over to my regular bench press variations with the barbell. Now, in terms of the last movements, and this is just something that I need to improve myself because I haven't done these in a while. Someone stole my book bag. Haven't done these in a while, but these weighted push-ups are really good for just moving your scaps, you using your serratus, just a lot of the things that you don't use on a bench press. Now, admittedly, like I said, I'm choosing not to move my scaps through their full range of motion with that. But you saw as, the set went on, I'm like, okay, move your scaps, dude, and you saw the difference in range of motion. That is just going to promote a lot of shoulder health, one, and two, like I said, it's working your serratus. It's something that you're not typically going to use on a bench press, even if you are going through protraction and retraction. It's just the nature of doing a push-up versus a bench press. Now, as I said, those are just generic qualities that you want to just keep in mind when you're selecting your pressing workouts, like in terms of the exercise selection. Periodization is something else, and if you wanted a guide to kind of base the skeleton of your training workout on, the Conviction program is just about the best program that I've ever made, if not my Millennium Falcon program. Those are all linked in the description of this video, as well as, some of my more recent videos. And like I said, those are very pressing based, whether that's through weighted calisthenics or through barbell bias. So the barbell biased program is Conviction. Millennium Falcon is sort of a blend of weighted calisthenics and then barbell training as well. That's going to be really cool for you guys that enjoy a lot of dips, a lot of pull-ups, a lot of ring stuff. It's my most fun workout. I'm going to have a video for that soon using a special guest to the channel, I guess I'll say. I'm not going to spoil it too much, guys. If you like the video, go ahead and like it. Please subscribe. I appreciate you very much. If you have any questions, please let me know as well. The links to all my self-coaching resources, as well as my Patreon, if you want to subscribe to that and support the channel, are all linked in the description. Please check my playlists for any questions first. I go into a lot of detail on this channel, y'all, so if you have any questions, check there first. If it wasn't answered in one of those Q&As, they're all timestamped. Go ahead and leave a question down on the community tab. I usually like to put that in there once a week or so. Anyway, y'all be easy. Peace.